What's going on, guys? Apathettic here, and today I'm going to talk about why I think Golden Gun might be one of the best classes for 6 or just overall since the patch came out. Now, one of the first reasons is because of the nerf to special ammo and shotguns. Your neutral game is not nearly as important as it used to be. So neutral game is obviously like your melee, your grenades. One of the reasons Warlock was really good and still is really good is because they have such a strong melee attack that can follow up with their shotgun, sidearm now I guess you could say, or any other kind of weapon. But now, since shotguns got nerfed and special ammo got nerfed, as a hunter you don't need to have a super powerful melee attack to follow that up because you're not going to have a shotgun. So mainly you're going to be relying on your primary skill. Grenades are still going to be super powerful. I'll go into that later why I think Hunter, specifically Gunslinger, has one of the best grenades. The nerfs to special ties into Golden Gun because since it's a squishier super, now you can worry less about getting shottied out of it, and you're a little bit more free to roam and be, I won't say, almost sloppier with it actually. You can kind of just jump around, especially with hand cannons now as well, since those are the primary guns being used in the meta. And they increased their initial range, but their drop off is also increased. Since Golden Gun is a very long range super, it's pretty hard unless you pop it in a really bad spot to get gunned out of it now. So I found myself more than ever when I switched to Golden Gun getting those 3 pieces, just because people are almost indefensible against it, and you can just rack up those kills. You're generating orbs for your teammates so they can start chaining their supers. You have this really positive effect on the entire team. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the flexibility of incendiary grenades. And what I love about these grenades is, if anybody's ever played Halo, so Bungie's previous games, the incendiary grenades remind me a lot of those. They're very flexible, you can bounce them off stuff, they can go through a lot of angles. They have a very large explosion radius. Now, I don't think they're going to be better than something like Axiom bolts, since those are just tracking grenades. It allows you to get out of a lot more sticky situations because if someone's pushing me, I can kind of bounce their grenade at my feet, and if it bounces correctly, it bounces right into their face and I just gun them down. So where Axiom bolts, you can throw them at your feet and things like that and bait people with it, but sometimes they are kind of slow to track. They move very slowly so people can get away from them a lot of the time. So I really like the incendiary grenades because you can bounce them off everything, and when you pair them with Frosties, so the Hunter exotic boots, that when you sprint, basically your melee and grenade cooldowns are decreased. You can get that grenade back constantly, and that's what I've been running the Frosties. I highly recommend it. It's also good for Night Stalker. A lot of people like to run Bones of AO. The reason I stopped running them is because, one, I'm not using a shotgun anymore, so I don't need to be jumping around and shotgunning people, so I don't really need that third jump. It is sometimes nice to have it get around the map, but I'd rather have something that's going to give my abilities back a lot quicker, because that's going to allow me to keep chaining my kills and always have that grenade on me, since grenades are very prevalent in PvP right now. Now, in the beginning you may have heard I said that Golden Gun is probably one of the best classes for 6s, and that is true, but for 3s or Rumble, you're still going to probably want to lean towards Night Stalker, at least for Hunter. Night Stalker is going to give you more flexibility in terms of closing off areas with your smoke and your wombo, shade step to stay alive, and that's the main thing part of it, is having that shade step to get in and out of situations, especially in 1v1s, which are more frequent in things like Rumble and 3s, versus Golden Gun. Because you don't have that smoke and wombo and you can't really back out of a lot of situations, you're forced to commit a lot more. It can be a little bit tougher. It's still viable, but if I had to choose one or the other for 3s and Rumble, I would definitely go with Night Stalker. And lastly, to talk about like the key to Golden Gun, because a lot of people are like, well, why Golden Gun? Like, because Golden Gun's been kind of, you have people who play it here and there, but it hasn't been very prevalent. I would say one of the keys I've learned in playing it recently, and what's made me really enjoy it, is patience. Patience with your grenades, and especially with your super. So waiting, if you're playing like Rift like you see here, wait until someone pulls the spark, wait until you see people on the cap point, not just popping it out of nowhere, because it's very easy to pop it and there's just no one around. You end up only getting 1 kill with it. With Golden Gun, you're going to always want to try to get that triple down, or at least get all 3 kills with it, and being patient with it is a huge part of that. If you can be patient with your Golden Gun, you're going to put yourself in very favorable situations to where you're going to be getting those triple downs, like I said, generating those orbs for your teammates, and then they're going to chain their supers. As a Golden Gun, you're having this huge impact on the team because you're getting half their team down, creating 3 orbs in the process for the rest of your team, and that allows your whole team to get map control, which is huge in this primary meta where choke points and watching down the right lanes is more important than ever, because now people don't have that strong secondary weapon to counter you with. You can lock it down as long as your primary shot is solid and your team's there with you. It's pretty hard to break control, unfortunately. That's it for the video today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you give Golden Gun a try. I've been trying it for this past week or so, and I've really been loving it. It's been dropping 30 kill games left and right. Definitely give it a try. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.